Hello and welcome. Today we step into the heart of the United Kingdom, where ancient castles blur the line between myth and reality. These strongholds have inspired legends of kings, queens, and epic quests, stories that come alive within their walls. Here, history hums in the air and every stone tells a tale of ambition and artistry. So, let's leave the modern world behind and imagine ourselves in a realm of silken gowns, shining armor, and secret gardens. Together, we'll explore the UK's most enchanting castles and discover a little magic within us all. Our journey begins at Windsor, the world's oldest and largest inhabited castle. For over 1,000 years, Windsor has stood as a symbol of British monarchy, its round tower witnessing the reigns of nearly 40 monarchs. This is not just a fortress, but a living palace, home to royal ceremonies, state occasions, and private moments of the royal family. The state apartments, with their gilded ceilings and priceless art, have hosted world leaders and artists alike. St. George's Chapel, bathed in stained glass light, is a sanctuary of chivalry and royal legacy. The Long Walk stretches into the great park where herds of deer roam, a living link to the castle's Norman origins. The iconic guards in scarlet tunics remind us this is a working palace where tradition endures. The changing of the guard is a centuries-old ceremony, a daily rhythm in the castle's life. Windsor invites us to feel the continuity of history, to imagine the lives lived within these walls. Here, the fairy tale is one of endurance, service, and a crown that shapes a nation. It's a story still being written, with each day adding a new chapter. To visit Windsor is to step into the heart of a living legend. The castle's grandeur and history inspire awe, connecting us to the past and present. Windsor stands as a testament to the enduring power of tradition and story. It is the royal heart of Britain. We travel north to Scotland, where Edinburgh Castle dominates the skyline atop an ancient volcano. This is a fortress of power and defiance, its walls shaped by centuries of conflict and royal intrigue. Within, the honours of Scotland, the oldest crown jewels in Britain, shine as symbols of national resilience. The stone of destiny upon which monarchs were crowned rests here, embodying Scotland's spirit. Edinburgh Castle's defences, from the mighty Monsmeg cannon to its labyrinthine vaults, tell stories of siege and survival. The daily firing of the 1 o'clock gun echoes the castle's military past, connecting present to history. As dusk falls, the floodlit castle becomes a beacon above the city, a silent witness to centuries of life. Here, legends of kings, soldiers, and prisoners linger in the stone. The castle is more than a monument, it is the keeper of Scotland's story. To stand on Castle Rock is to feel the pulse of a nation's past. The air is thick with legend, from the clash of steel to the lone piper's lament. Edinburgh Castle is a living symbol of Scottish endurance and pride. Its presence shapes the city and its people. This is the fortress on the rock, a guardian of history and hope. Scotland's soul resides within these walls. And in Kent's gentle countryside, Leeds Castle rises from its tranquil moat, a vision of romantic beauty. Known as the loveliest castle in the world, it was a palace for queens. Eleanor of Castile, Isabella of France, Catherine of Aragon, each leaving her mark. The moat's waters reflect the castle's grace, while black swans glide across its surface, adding to the enchantment. The gardens are a tapestry of colour and scent, from the cottage-style Culpeper Garden to the formal terraces of the Lady Bailey Garden. Inside, the castle feels like a grand country home, its 1930s interiors echoing an era of glamour and elegance. The maze and secret grotto invite playful exploration, a nod to the myths and legends woven into the castle's story. Leeds Castle is a place of peace and inspiration, shaped by powerful women and timeless beauty. It shows that a castle's strength can lie in its ability to charm and soothe. Here, history and serenity blend seamlessly. Leeds stands as an invitation to find tranquility in a world of noise. It is a fairy tale brought to life by grace and imagination. The lady's domain endures, enchanting all who visit. In the heart of England, Warwick Castle rises by the River Avon, a true medieval powerhouse. Built for war, its towers and ramparts were designed for defence, not display. The Earls of Warwick, especially the legendary Kingmaker, shaped the nation's fate from these walls. Walking the battlements reveals the mind of a medieval soldier, arrow slits, murder holes, and sweeping views for miles. The reconstructed trebuchet on the riverbank is a reminder of the brutal mechanics of siege warfare. Inside, the Great Hall impresses with suits of armor, weapons and portraits, a stage for feasts and strategy. The dungeon's graffiti tells of pain and despair, balancing tales of knights and glory with harsh reality. The grounds, landscaped by Capability Brown, offer a softer side, with peacocks adding colour and spectacle. Warwick Castle is a complete portrait of medieval life, power, ambition, and the ever-present threat of war. It does not shy from its dark past, but embraces it alongside grandeur. Here, fortunes were made and lost in a single battle. Warwick is the ultimate medieval prize, a fortress of legend and legacy. Its story is one of high stakes and enduring might. In Northumberland, Alnwick Castle stands as both a mighty fortress and a cinematic icon. Home to the Duke of Northumberland for over 7 centuries, it's famed as a magical school in film, but its real history is just as captivating. Alnwick's walls have withstood sieges and border wars, evolving from Norman stronghold to lavish ducal palace. The staterooms surprise with Renaissance opulence, gilded ceilings, silk-lined walls, and priceless art. The Alnwick Garden, with its grand cascade and poison garden, enchants and educates in equal measure. Visitors flock to the lawns where young wizards once learned to fly, embracing the castle's magical legacy. Alnwick is where history and fantasy collide, inspiring new stories and dreams. It is a survivor, adapting through centuries of change. The castle's embrace of legend and imagination makes it a gateway to adventure. Here, every visitor becomes part of the story. Alnwick Castle is a living fairy tale, where the past meets the power of dreams. Its magic endures for all who enter. On Northumberland's wild coast, Bamborough Castle commands the landscape with ancient authority. Once the royal capital of Anglo-Saxon Northumbria, its ramparts echo with the stories of early kings and saints. The castle's views stretch from the Farne Islands to golden Bamborough Beach, where sea and sky meet in breathtaking beauty. Restored by Lord Armstrong, the interiors blend history with Victorian grandeur, centred on the magnificent King's Hall. Myths swirl around Bamborough. Arthurian legends and tales of dragons add enchantment to its storied past. Ongoing archaeology uncovers secrets of its cosmopolitan, influential history. Bamborough is where history, myth and nature converge in spectacular fashion. It is a fortress that has guarded the coast for millennia. The castle's presence makes one feel both small and deeply connected to ancient stories. Bamborough is the king of castles, a beacon of wonder and legend. Its power lies in its ability to inspire awe and imagination. Here, the spirit of the coast and the kingdom endures. Our final stop is Stirling Castle, the key to Scotland and a crucible of its history. Strategically placed at the River Forth, Stirling was the site of coronations, royal births, and legendary battles. The views from its battlements reveal the landscape of Scottish nationhood, Wallace Monument, Bannockburn, and beyond. The Stuart kings transformed Stirling into a Renaissance palace, rivaling Europe's finest courts. The Great Hall and Royal Palace, restored to their 16th century glory, transport visitors to a golden age. The Stirling heads, carved oak portraits, offer a glimpse into royal life and artistry. The Chapel Royal, with its elegant friezes, reflects the Stuart dynasty's power and cultural ambition. Stirling is a storybook castle, but also the heart of Scottish identity. Here, kings were made and history was forged. To walk its courtyards is to feel the pulse of a proud, resilient nation. Stirling's legacy is one of art, power, and enduring spirit. It is a fitting end to our fairy tale journey. The key to Scotland's story lies within these walls. Our journey through the UK's fairy tale castles comes to a close. From Windsor's royal heart to Bamborough's wild coast, we've explored living legends and timeless stories. These castles are more than stone. They are the keepers of our imagination. Thank you for joining this magical adventure. Subscribe to continue exploring wonders and stories together. The adventure is just beginning. Let's see where it takes us next.